So you might remember when the Cats movie came out and I made a joke of using clips from a 2017 Hong Kong comedy called MEOW instead of scenes from the actual movie because I thought it would be funny. And I guess it was, but it mostly led to a bunch of you asking me to do a thing about what the hell MEOW was. Because it looks so goddamn bizarre, and as far as I know, it was never significantly released or advertised here in the West. And I sort of figured, well, I can probably get around to that, because Cats will still be a fresh joke in a month or two. But, well, holy shit, the movie-going public actually went and surprised me this time by standing up with one loud collective voice and saying no to Cats. So I kind of put revisiting this on hold for a bit, but now we're in this new zone where Uncanny Valley CGI movie characters are part of the discourse again because the movie-going public got right back on their bullshit and made the absolutely terrible Sonic the Hedgehog movie a hit, so great, now I gotta watch 3 to 6 more of those goddamn things over the next decade. And now this week, people are fascinated by the seemingly maybe too much CGI work that went into creating the newest version of Call of the Wild, where the main character of a dog was performed by CGI motion capture actor Terry Notary acting opposite Harrison Ford instead of using a trained actual dog, which admittedly sounds bizarre and is used to create a deliberately hyper-real, painterly, not quite animation, not quite photorealism effect for the film, but we'll talk about that when the movie comes out. Anyway, weirdly unreal computer-generated furry things are back in the conversation. Okay, let's do an episode about MEOW. MEOW is a 2017 family comedy from Hong Kong, which, remember, is distinct as both a country, political entity, and especially film industry from the rest of mainland China, although there is increasingly significant crossover between the two, produced as part of a long-running and lucrative collaboration between superstar actor Louis Koo and blockbuster director Benny Chan. According to the film's production materials, the concept of the film was hatched when Koo stated that he wanted to make a comedy on the subject of cats, and that they ultimately concluded that in order for a cat-based film to be funny, the cat would have to be, and I'm quoting directly from translation here, very, very, very large. And if you're thinking that sounds like a really broad canvas that would conceivably encompass any cat of unusual size joke you could think to fit in, welcome to the live-action family comedy in Hong Kong, where humor often skews very young, decisively toward the visual, and the aesthetic and performances are often deliberately made to suggest a cartoon comic strip logic. MEOW is a movie about a big silly cat, and everything from the plot to the other characters are essentially objects for the big silly cat to humorously collide with. As to the story, planet MEOW is inhabited by a race of hyper-intelligent warrior felines tired of dealing with the frequency of meteor strikes in their area of space. For eons, their leaders have schemed to invade and conquer the primitive human world of Earth, and have dispatched many advanced colonial troops for this purpose, but after early success in establishing themselves as God in ancient Egypt, there has been no contact. Seeking to restart these efforts in the present, the Emperor dispatches MEOW's fiercest warrior, Pudding,
西米露而家命令你馬上前往地球，聯繫潛伏咗幾千年嘅喵星勇士，發動侵略。喺地球，你要有呢個喵星神器傍身，先至可以保持勇士嘅能量。To Earth with a Deus Ex Machina ultimate weapon that will allow him to both subjugate the humans and retain his superpowers and true Meowsian form on the planet. But the weapon is accidentally lost on landing, and Pudding is forced to revert to a form of a normal Earth cat to survive, though he manages to retain his natural enormous size because, look, it's funny because the cat is bigger than a cat should be is what they're hanging literally the entire movie on. You just kind of have to go with it. Anyway, the hook is that Louis Koo is playing the well-meaning but sort of stupid hapless dad to a struggling family. His wife is an out-of-work model, his son wants to make YouTube movies, his daughter needs a leg operation, and he used to be a famous soccer goalie, but now he's retired and can't make money hustling crummy inventions and gets easily conned by other dumb hustlers. He agrees to cat sit for a rich friend without actually meeting the special cat named Shashalai. When he encounters the now transformed Pudding, he assumes this must be the cat. So he takes the giant alien home, and there you go. Now we got a movie, right? The family thinks they've got a big goofy pet. The alien cat tries to go about its conquest mission, but gets into hijinks. What, did you think this would play out somehow significantly different or more sophisticated because it has subtitles? People in China want something harmless and stupid to distract their kids for 2 hours, just like you do. The whole world makes and watches a lot of movies just as bad as Sonic the Hedgehog. They just usually don't send them to us. We send them ours, though. But yeah, apart from very lightweight satire when Shashalai calls a meeting of the other Meowsian sleepers on Earth and discovers that, well, as far as they're concerned, housecats live so pampered, they pretty much did conquer the planet. Okay, that's pretty cute.
你哋仲掛住玩？睇下你哋啲喵樣已經忘記咗嚟地球嘅任務啊！
其實我哋嘅主人都已經做晒貓奴啦，喺我眼中啊，佢只係個鏟屎官咋，某程度上都已經算侵略成功啦。
侵略地球咁攰，不如叫大王嚟地球揾住好人家收養啦，賣下萌。扮下 Q 好易過㗎咋。
MEOW is about what you'd expect, save that not every national cinema would throw this much money and live-action star power behind the kiddie cartoon logic of everyone finding the giant cat surprising, but not like that surprising. So we get parts where the cat still tries to be a scary alien invader and fails utterly. Some burglars. And of course the little girl, who is admittedly one of the cutest and most immediately endearing movie kids I've seen in this kind of role in a while, immediately loves the cat and wants it to be her friend. There's a bit where they dress the cat up like a person for a parent-teacher conference.
唔睇，其實天氣都熱啦，係咪啊？使唔使着 fur 啊？
我哋唔講呢啲啦，我哋講翻吳悠悠啊！尋日數學測驗吳悠悠竟然唔合格，阿吳太啊！請你唔好喺我講緊正經嘢嘅時候扮貓叫啦，得唔得啊？
Ultimately, the second act is a long stretch of have the cat do cat things sequences involving Shashalai becoming a viral video star and commercial pitchman.
爆紅啊！點記得勁星啊！
真嘅？
好多人揾佢拍戲拍廣告啊！
得，記得幫襯超級百貨啊！
Dad losing all their money again to con men because more reasons. And if you've seen a movie before and guessed at the beginning, I bet the cat decides not to conquer Earth and instead uses his powers to fix that kid's leg instead. Well, yeah, look, the target audience for this movie just wants to laugh at the big adorable cat and go home feeling good. While obviously aimed mainly at entertaining children as a finished film, as a production, MEOW was chiefly a showcase for the technical capabilities of One Cool Film Production Limited, a film company owned by star Louis Koo, invested in producing high-budget special effects-heavy films in the Chinese market. Koo, who says that one of his main inspirations for entering the film business in the first place was becoming fixated on Star Wars as a child, has long believed that Chinese films and actors could become the dominant force in theatrical sci-fi, and has purchased numerous effects and makeup companies to push the genre forward on his own. The giant cat effects in MEOW, for example, were accomplished by a mix of techniques. The body, arms, and legs are mainly an actor in a large puppet suit, while the head and tail were animated with CGI in post-production. The film is not exactly a giant leap forward for the sci-fi genre or storytelling, but as comedies for very young children go, it's pretty charming, and you certainly do get a lot of giant orange kitty business for your money. And if you're looking to get the little ones in the habit of reading subs for foreign films or already are a multilingual household, it's definitely a unique item to check out. And now you know it exists? I'm Bob, and that's the Great Big Cat.